So for most of you goalies out there, including myself, most likely you're in the off season now. Most of the local rinks here are getting melted for inline. So what's an older goalie to do during the off season to maintain their health and fitness going into the next upcoming season? So typically when the season ends in mid-March, I usually don't play any hockey through the off-season during the summer. So from mid-March until late August, I'm completely off the ice and I don't really think about goaltending or hockey at all. Because of this, I don't really do any type of off-season goalie-specific training. Instead, my main goal during the off-season is just to maintain my health and fitness and hopefully not gain too much weight from all the beers and burgers that happen during the summertime. So this summer is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to try to get on the ice at least once or twice a week still, kind of maintain what we built through the last season. And I think around July and August, when the season gets a little bit closer, I'm gonna start to ramp up ice times with my coach and also skate on the synthetic ice a little bit more to kind of mimic a normal season grind. So I really wanted to talk about what you're currently doing in the offseason, if you're on the ice or off the ice, because I think that's going to kind of dictate what you're going to be doing during the offseason. So let's take a look at what I did in the previous offseason, where my main goal was just to keep fit and I wasn't on the ice at all. So I'm a pretty big advocate of doing things that you enjoy doing, especially when you're a little bit older. You don't really have time to waste. So when it comes to health and fitness, I always kind of just go to programs that I know that I'll enjoy doing. So the first program that I started was the 5x5 starting strength program. This is a really common strength building program that most of you probably know or heard of. If you're not familiar with it, it just requires it's pretty much all barbell compound exercises to build a lot of strength. I was actually doing this partway through the season and actually felt a lot stronger in the legs when I was on the ice. So I really like this program because I love lifting heavy stuff. Luckily enough, I have a barbell and a squat rack in this beautiful garage of mine. The only problem doing that program was if you don't maintain your form, you're pretty much gonna tweak your back and hurt something, right? So you kind of wanna start light and then kind of build progressively from there. The next program that I jumped into, and I'm sure a bunch of you oldies will probably remember this one, P90X. Good old Tony Horton. I'm a total sucker for this guy's workouts. I love watching him. He's super motivating when I watch his videos and he kind of cracks these stupid jokes. But for those of you who aren't familiar with P90X, you do need to devote a lot of time to it. So it's about 60 to 90 minutes each night of pretty intense exercise. It's a really good overall fitness program. And it's a program that I kind of keep going to because when I actually had less responsibility and more time to do things, I did a couple of rounds of this and I felt really good doing it afterwards. A few parts of the program that I felt that could relate to goaltending was the plyometrics section, the Yoga X, and also just the stretching portion of the video. They're a little bit longer, but you can definitely feel a change in your body when you go through those exercises. The next program that I usually will do, and this is something that I try to do once a year, it's actually something that I started doing a few years back when I became a new parent. For those parents out there, you all know that you kind of have to do a lot of bending over, picking up toys, changing diapers, grabbing your kid out of bed, and that can take a real big strain on your back as they get older as well too. You kind of have to squat down to their eye level at the playground and such. So I had a lot of problems with my back and just being mobile enough to get down in a crouch position. I started looking at getting into a primal exercise routine. So the one that I always go to is one from GMB Fitness. I don't really know how I found it, but it's kind of like this guy in Japan wearing jeans and he's super flexible and mobile. But I really love the program. You're able to kind of set your own pace. It's a program that will really kind of loosen up your body and kind of make you do those primal movements that we're all born with. But when you're kind of sitting on a desk job for a long time, you kind of get hunched over and your body starts hurting and stuff like that. And you're just not as mobile anymore. I really love that program and I really do think that it helps with goaltending because, well, as a goalie, you gotta be really mobile. Any type of primal movement training, I feel is gonna get you back into that primal movement state where you're able to kind of twist your body around and of course help you pick up toys around the house. So throughout all these training programs, I also did something called Couch to 5K. This is a completely free program that you can look up on Google. And what it is essentially is a running program or a program to get you started into running. So cardio and running was something that I completely hated for the longest time. And I really wanted to just try to start running. You notice in the coaching videos that I talk about, I want to kind of get my cardio up. This program really helped me actually enjoy running, and running now is actually something that I really love doing. I look forward to the summer months where I get the running shoes on and do a nice run around the area, enjoy the scenery, and kind of get out of this claustrophobic garage that I'm pretty much stuck in most of the time. So yeah, I mean, none of these programs really relate to goaltending, and I kind of like to do things that are not related to goaltending because the fall season is actually pretty intense. It's nice to just do something a little bit different and step away from hockey. That way, when the season starts, I'm like super pumped up because I haven't thought about hockey for that long. And hopefully the training that I've done at least allow me to start playing hockey and kind of get back into it when the time comes. So that was last offseason where I wasn't on the ice at all. My priority was just to stay fit and healthy. So what about this season? This season, I really want to start to do some goalie specific training and make sure that when the season starts, I hit the ground running, my hips are loose, kind of injury proof, and I'm ready to go and hopefully start playing a lot better than I did the previous season. So this time I'm going to be working through 2 different goalie specific programs. And I chose these 2 because they have exercises that I enjoy doing. I always reiterate, pick something that you like doing. Otherwise, you're probably not going to do it. And if you don't do it consistently, you're not going to get the results that you're looking for. And that way kind of leads to self-disappointment, which is something that we want to try to avoid at all costs. So the first program is a program by goaliestrength.com. He has a cool YouTube channel as well, where he gives a lot of awesome, cool tips for being a goalie, both mentally and physically. I'm not entirely sure what his background is, but I really dig his channel. And I kind of took a chance on getting his workout program. I'm actually a couple weeks into it, and so far I'm really enjoying it because first off, it includes a lot of the exercises that I like doing. And second of all, each workout doesn't take that long, so about 30 to 40 minutes, depending on the workout day. So after I finish the goalie strength program, I'm going to jump on to probably the most popular goalie exercise person on YouTube's Maria Mountain's Beer League in-season training program. And this is a program that I actually purchased during, I think, Boxing Week last winter. And I can't talk too much about it because she has a really detailed video about what it involves and what it entails. But for the most part, there's a lot of kind of like core and tissue work involved, mobility work, a lot of band work, just a lot of goalie specific stuff, like really specific stuff. And I really want to kind of dig into that program while I'm ramping up my on ice skating. So that's going to be around July and August. So I'm going to try to mimic a regular season schedule and then work through this beer league in-season workout program as well too. And I kind of chose this one because I really need to injury proof my body going into another fall hockey season. I'll be a ripe age of 42 by then. And I've been lucky to be injury free for quite a long time now. And I really want to try to injury-proof my body before the fall season starts. And that's where Maria Mountain's programs usually really shine a light on. So that's my plan for the off-season. I mean, things are probably going to change. There's always a lot of distractions during the summer. But of course, I'm just trying to enjoy it as much as I can. But if you're looking to start working a training program into your off-season, there's no better time to start than now. Again, the one advice that I can give people who are having trouble starting is pick something that you like to do. Don't waste your time with stuff that you don't enjoy doing. So if you don't like going to a crowded gym with a bunch of meatheads and doing bicep curls in the mirror for half an hour, then don't do it. There's no big deal. Some people love doing that stuff, but if that's not for you, that's totally cool. And just try to carve out that 20 to 30 minutes a day for you to take care of your body, because in the long run, that 20, 30 minutes is gonna add up. Your body's gonna thank you, and so is your goaltending as well too. So that's it for my off-season plan. Let me know in the comments below what you're gonna be doing in the off-season, whether you're doing barbecues and beers or training hard for the next season. Let me know in the comments below. It's always cool to see what you're all up to. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.